Good morning, Abraham. I am so happy to have you in my life. I just recently started listening to you in March. My life has transformed. And career, friends, love for myself. Once I knew I was coming to see you, I was racking my brain, what am I going to ask Abraham? And every topic that came up this last week, there have been signs that oh, that's good, you're good. And I've even been seeing signs all around me that, oh, I'm in alignment. And when I experience the contrast, I'm able to navigate back to getting into the vortex so effortlessly and quickly. So my question is, I love having fun along the way. I love reveling and basking in the vortex. And I want to know, how do I continue the momentum, sustaining momentum, continuing growth?
Momentum is a natural thing. Momentum is accomplished by law of attraction. So if you think about what you want, some momentum begins. And if you stay focused upon it, more momentum comes. And as you stay focused there, in other words, you don't focus in opposition to it, more momentum comes until the momentum carries you into places that you haven't been before that are of the same vibrational frequency. It just becomes more and more and more. If you think about what you want and then you think about what you don't want, momentum doesn't even get started. If you think about what you want and then you think about what you don't want and what you don't want, momentum doesn't get started. So it's a matter of caring about the way you feel. Joy is the key to momentum. Happy is the key to momentum. Of course, anger is too. Anger is the key to negative momentum. Criticism is the key to negative momentum. So it's just a matter of deciding how you want to feel and then finding a way to feel that. The best way that we know of to understand momentum and to accomplish an effective, beneficial use of momentum is to realize that while you were sleeping at night, momentum did subside. So your best opportunity for controlling the momentum of your life is when you first awaken. So when you wake up, acknowledge it's a new day and momentum has subsided, and this is a day that I can get off really on the right foot. Let us give this to you, especially in light of what we were just talking about. Say, momentum is easy and momentum is strong and momentum will carry me and momentum will be able to deal with any contrast that comes along. Because if the momentum is strong enough, negative contrast is unaffected. The momentum just can roll right over it. You know that, don't you? Haven't you ever run over anything in the road? If you're going fast enough, really didn't matter that much, did it? So really what it's about, this is the thing that hinders so many people. You've trained yourselves to be objective. Stop it. Because when you weigh the pros and the cons, you stop momentum. When you think about the pros and the pros and the pros and the pros, you get momentum going. When you think about wanted and unwanted, you stop momentum. So in your effort to be fair and play the, as you say, devil's advocate, you introduce unnecessary momentum to the equation. Just care about how you feel.
Can I continue just
Yes.
a little more?
Yes.
So prior to March, it always felt like there were limits and almost like the glass ceiling. Now I understand, with what you just said, it's about the momentum. And
so take a moment right now and say it the way you know it. I now understand there is no ceiling, there is no glass ceiling. They called it a glass ceiling because they couldn't see it. They just kept banging into it. In other words, it was like a trick ceiling. But there's no glass ceiling. There's only the limitations that I place. And every time I'm introducing or fostering a hindering vibration, I feel negative emotion. So no surprises, just awareness, conscious awareness. People say it just came out of the blue, and we say no, it came out of the oblivious, because you were holding vibrations that you weren't acknowledging that you were holding. And the reason you weren't acknowledging that you were holding hindering, resistant, momentum killing vibrations is because they felt normal to you, because it's what you've been hearing your parents say. It's what you hear all around you. So it sounds normal, but if it feels uncomfortable, it's not normal. Something more?
Well, yes, I was taking a bath, and because I was like, where do I feel good? And I was taking a bath and speaking with a friend, and I really feel like, whether Abraham, you, but I felt connected, like words were flowing from me to give to my friend, and I don't even remember exactly what I said, but it was just part of being in that vortex and basking.
Receptive mode is a wonderful state of being. Esther found for herself the word clarity to be the most satisfying word, the most satisfying feeling, the most satisfying. Hard to find clarity, isn't it? You can hear that sound, can't you? Where are you? I can't find you anywhere. I'm looking for you. They left a message. It'll be all right. Yeah. The feeling of clarity is the best emotion for understanding pure alignment. Because when you feel clarity, you are in a state of non-resistance and in a state of perfect flow. And that broader perspective is flowing to you and through you. And then later you said, I can't remember what I said. Well, when you're in the moment, you don't have to remember what you said. You're going to find that more and more. The more you are living in the moment, the less necessary it feels to repeat what happened. Because the moment is so rich. Your moments are going to be so full with what you are now receiving and what you are now co-creating that it's unnecessary to keep going back and dragging all that forward, and it just clutters your now. Let now be full of now. That pure co-creation between you and your source and whoever you're playing with and their source. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
So excited to be here. I have been following or practicing law of attraction, trying to attract, working on.
Would you want to clarify? No one's practicing law of attraction and no one's learning law of attraction. Law of attraction is doing its thing to you.
Mm-hmm. Allowing the good stuff to come to me.
I'm aware of law of attraction is a good way. I'm now aware of law of attraction, and I'm now contouring my thoughts so that law of attraction can beneficially interface with me. Yeah.
And so
it's kind of like I'm practicing gravity. No, you're not. You don't really have to practice gravity. Yeah, I did, because when I was first born, I didn't know about it. I floated around everywhere.
So I attracted in, getting a spasm in my back. I attracted in this.
Just sit forward a little.
Oh, thank you. I attracted in this man that I wanted in my life.
Oh, that's why the spasm.
Yeah. Yes. So he did not believe in miracles and law of attraction and any of this stuff, and he had attracted a situation to himself where he is now in prison, and we both are looking at the silver lining. He's been in for 4 months, federal prison, and we're looking at the silver lining, and the good that's come of it is that we've actually come together and we're engaged now and have a better relationship than we've ever had. So that's awesome. What I really want to know is, I know what I want to focus on is how to get him out sooner so we could be together and live an awesome life together without that separation, without him being in that place that he manifested himself into. So I'm trying to teach him about all of this stuff, and so I would like some guidance as to what I can help him with so that we could manifest him out of there.
Well, it's an extreme situation, because when you're surrounded by what is that is intense like that, it's not as easy to put your attention on other things. But there is also sometimes a benefit in extremes, because when something is extreme around you, sometimes it's easier to detach from it than when it's just normal day-to-day life experience. The thing that we want to say to you is that because of the two of you wanting to be together, and because of the separation that is happening because of his incarceration. Both of you are more intensely looking at what is than is serving either one of you. In other words, as you fan the flames of we've got to overcome what is before we can get on and live, that holds you back. It will keep you from enjoying life where you are. And believe it or not, it is possible for someone, even someone who is incarcerated, to enjoy life where they are. In fact, sometimes when there are extreme situations like that, where what is really not what is wanted, it's easier to get into your mind, to use the power of your thoughts, to find satisfaction in thoughts that feel better. He has an opportunity to become a much better visualizer. Life is not demanding so much from him. He's not swept up in the day-to-day details of life experience so much. So he can do more writing, he can do more focus wheels, he can do more scripting, he can do more meditation, he can do more imagining than almost anyone in this room. His world will be easier for him to accomplish the vibrational state of being than yours is. Okay. So your work is to not yearn for something that you can't control, because you cannot control. This is the thing that is so interesting about those who are wanting to be deliberate creators. Often you think, well, I'll learn about vibration, I'll learn about energy, I'll learn about emotions, I will focus myself into better places so that I can change this situation to this situation. And that cripples you, because every time what you're doing is about changing this situation to this situation, your attention is upon this situation from which you're wanting to escape. And when your attention is upon the situation from which you're wanting to escape, you don't escape, it just becomes more and more and more and more and more. So what we're really saying to all of you is we want you to not try so hard to get from one place to another. We want you to look for a way of feeling good wherever you are, to realize that there is this vibrational reality. It's the whole reason that we spent so much conversation emphasizing this vibrational reality. This vibrational reality is real, it's powerful. The leverage of it is thousands of times more powerful than the reality in which you are living, because it's where all the source energy is focused. It's where the energy that creates worlds is focused. And when you allow yourself to get in sync with that energy instead of the energy that is already in essence spent, the reality that you are living, the power is not there. We're just trying to get your attention in a very strong way. What is petering out. What is becoming less. What is pixelating. What is from dust to dusting. Are you getting the sense of what we're talking about? Where your world is in this vortexual world. It's in this world of mind. It's in this world of mind and emotion. That's who you are. So our friend asked the question earlier, what is it that's tripping so many people up? It's the determination to focus so essentially on what is. You're making so much of the reality that exists that it actually feels awful. There was a sort of gasp from the crowd as you were describing this relationship, and then you said that he is in federal prison. No one could stand that. Oh! And we want to say, and? In other words, whether you say, I'm at the beach, or I'm at work, or I'm inland, or I'm on the coast, or I'm on the mountain, or I'm in the valley, all of that is irrelevant. Where you are physically, make it irrelevant for just a little while. When someone says, where are you? Say, happy. No, I mean, where are you? I'm joyful. No, dummy, where are you? What is your geological location? I'm thrilled with life. No, tell me where you are. I'm in prison. It doesn't matter where you are. The questions are, what's your state of being? What's your vibrational stance? What's your vibrational proximity to your source energy? What's your relationship with clarity? What's your relationship with joy? What's your relationship with the energy that creates worlds? That's the only thing that matters, because everything that comes next is about that. Good time for a segment of refreshment.
Thank you.